It used to be you would tell a CEO on a startup, what's your elevator pitch, right? What's your elevator pitch? What can you go and say, this is what I am, and people get it?
Yeah.
Now, it's what's your meme? Everybody building a company needs a meme. It's not an elevator pitch, it's a meme that you can put out there and refine, and that is kind of the beginning of what you need to think of as an entrepreneur building a business and as a builder, is like, know what's your meme, but also what's your story? People buy stories.
Yeah.
When anybody can vibe code anything, people want to buy a story. They want to buy from people they trust. And so learning how to tell your stories. And you don't need to be like I was saying about Instagrammers, you don't need to be the perfect person. You just need to go do it and learn it. So you as a CEO or somebody building something, you may think I'm not a good storyteller. You may be afraid of the camera. That's okay. You don't have to do it yourself. Now, if you do and you can build that up,
Yeah.
and you're a startup, all that money that you would have spent on marketing is now just you. So it actually saves some of that, if you raise money, the lifeblood of your company, you're not giving all that treasure away to marketing and PR. You're keeping that treasure in-house because you're the one doing it. Super powerful if you can do it. But if you're like, I just can't, I just can't, which is a lot of people. Finding a creator that you're aligned with, just like maybe as a founder, you needed to find a co-founder. Like you're really good on vision, you're really good on what people need, but you need someone to do the tech. Or you're really good on the tech and you need someone who can actually talk. Creators can do that for you. So the idea of finding a creator, putting them on the cap table, making them maybe a C-level exec, and having them be your storyteller, getting out there, being aligned, aligning objectives is so important. And creators want to do this. So think about, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to develop that muscle, you don't want to get out there are people who will do that.
Yeah. And what are some of your favorite examples of this? And it's also going in both directions, right? Creators are launching their own,
exactly.
chocolate bars and banks and whatever else. But
Yep.
like, what are some of your top examples of, companies that have done a good job of storytelling and using creators, grooming them themselves?
No, I think that's a really good question. I'm going to bring up a big example because it's both good and bad. Not bad, but it's so Marquise Brownlee, right? Everybody knows Marquise. He went over to Ridge and he had reviewed their stuff and done things and really likes them, and so then he became a part owner of it, and is now talking about it. He has done a good job being between, like, this is what I'm working on. I'm part of the company, but he's accelerated that company in many ways. You see that with Stephen Bartlett and some of the stuff that he's done. Rox Codes, I don't know if you know Rox.
No.
Rox Codes is building Flightcast for Stephen Bartlett, which is like a video podcast accelerator, et cetera. But that's an example of, he is both a creator and a developer, but he's a great communicator also. So bringing people like that in, I think who is it? Alex Earl and Poppy. Poppy came in and Alex Earl helped them out and really accelerated that beverage company up. Even Ryan Reynolds and Mint, right? Everyone's like, oh, Ryan Reynolds started Mint. Ryan Reynolds didn't start Mint. He came in, they gave him a big chunk of the company, but he took it to the point where they could sell it for billions.
Yeah.
So those are sort of classic big examples, but there's smaller ones.
I was just going to ask, what are some more attainable ones in the short term?
Well, let's see.
Or just, what is the shape of it? What does it look like for,
Yeah, the what it looks like is finding somebody who loves your product, who's aligned with it, who loves the market, who has something to add from the company perspective, but will also do that, but also communicate about it. So there's a company that is out there that is actually building, I'm going to think of the name, but they're building a platform where creators and startup founders can connect with each other. And it's called OWM, OWM.
Okay.
And Jeff, who runs it, is a great entrepreneur, but it's a place where if you're building something, you can go there and try and find creators. It's like Tinder. It's not like Tinder, but imagine Tinder for connecting creators with founders. What Jeff is building is really interesting because it kind of pulls that together. And it's not, just like if you're a founder and you're bringing in a co-founder who is a coder, or a co-founder who's this or that, you need to vet it. You got to find out somebody you can work with and that you share it. But if you do, that's great.
Yeah. When you talk to creators who are earlier in their journey, they're trying to cross the chasm, you used that phrase earlier, like when they're trying to figure out, should I keep going? Should I quit? Should I pivot? Like what are some of the things that you look for, or that they should be looking for as they figure that out?
Well, part of it is just making sure that you have an audience. If you're building an audience that cares about you and you feel like there's that trust connection, there's that ability for you to lean into that and say, look, hey, buy my course, buy this thing I have, buy me a coffee. Or if they're connecting with you all the time, if you're able to build that community of shared interest, you're doing really well. And I think that it's like the same thing with a founder. If you put
Yeah.
something out there and
Yeah,
you get, there's product market fit, right? But I think for a creator, it's creator community fit. And by the way, this is something that founders need to do too. Product market fit, creator community fit, and then product creator fit. All of those tie into what we were just talking about.